back to the EHS Newscast. I am Nevela Walker, and this is my co-host,
Annalise Zariana. This week kicks off with our swim team traveling to Edmond on Thursday night.
Our 9th grade Plainsman basketball team heads to Blackwell on Thursday, while our varsity Plainsman basketball hits the road to take on El Reno and Hennessy for scrimmages that evening.
On Saturday, our wrestling team travels to the Tulsa Union Open tournament. Then on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, they head to Edmond Memorial for the pre-turkey tournament.
On Tuesday, our Pacers basketball team heads to Yukon for an early morning scrimmage.
Then when we get back from break on Monday, our 9th grade Plainsman basketball team travels to Midwest City.
And finally, basketball season kicks off on Tuesday, December 2nd, as our basketball team hosts Tulsa Union and EHS Competition Gym.
Our guitar program hosts its annual holiday performance in the auditorium that evening at 7 p.m.
Mr. Faulkner's program is really raising the bar this year, and its own performance you don't want to miss. Also, on Tuesday, we have our holiday blood drive. Please consider giving.
Now we would like to pose a question to our students. What are you thankful for this Thanksgiving?
I'm thankful for all of my friends.
I'm thankful for my family and Miss Uthier.
I'm thankful for my friends and my family.
I'm thankful for my grandparents' cats.
I'm thankful for my mom and Miss Uthier for my favorite fifth hour and my friends.
I'm thankful for my family.
I'm just thankful for all my friends, my family, just everyone. I just love everyone. Will. My brother Will, I love them all. And I'm just thankful for this year, senior year. One last ride, let's go.
I'm thankful for my friends and my family.
Me too. Now we would like to take a moment and hear a word from Mr. Molinex.
Recalibrate.
Thank you, Mr. Molinex.
At this time, we would invite you to learn a little bit about music from Maple Staples.
Hey, Enid High School, it's Mr. Maples again for another Maple Staples. Today we're talking nerd music. I'm one of those nerds, I know. We're talking about progressive music of the 70s that even you can hear now. It's still being produced now. Us prog nerds call it prog. Remember I talked about the Beatles first episode? Well, it all goes back to the Beatles. 2 albums, Revolver. They started adding strings to their songs in the album, and then they made Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, which was the first ever concept album and had some wild, crazy songs on it, like one of my favorite Beatles songs, A Day in a Life. This got college kids in England thinking, ooh, rock and roll music could be more than just the blues and rock. It could be with classical elements and jazz elements. And a group of college kids formed a band called King's Crimson in 1968. And they put out an album in 1969 called In the Court with King Crimson. And a lot of other English bands all of a sudden started to form. The Moody Blues. Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Genesis, not the Genesis of I Can't Dance pop stuff. I'm talking about the Peter Gabriel wearing weird clothes in front of Genesis back in the late 60s, early 70s. And then there were some other bands from England you might even listen to today. Pink Floyd is technically a prog band. And Americans started to figure it out. A little band out of Canada, 3 guys writing weird music, playing long songs. Rush came about. 2112 is a must listen from Rush. One song on one side of a whole album, about 22 minutes long. My all-time favorite band, Kansas, their early stuff, very proggy. Their later stuff was still weird and wild, but not quite as proggy. And then in 1982, a metal band out of Seattle, Washington called Queensryche put out their first full-length album called Rage for Order. Queensryche started metal prog and progressive metal, and bands like Dream Theater and Tool followed them in line. By the way, if you're going to listen to Dream Theater, Images and Words, or Metropolis 2, A Scene from a Memory are 2 great albums to listen to get an idea. Kansas, Song for America if you want their proggy stuff, and Mask. Rush, I said 2112, and Hemispheres is my favorite Rush album. And Tool, Lateralis, 10,000 Days. Must listens. And if you want to get the full British prog experience, Yes, Over the Edge is the album to listen to. So next time we'll talk about forces of history. Whenever there's an action like prog, there will be an equal and opposite reaction that we'll talk about next. See you later. Have a great week and go Big Blue.
Thank you, Mr. Maples. That was enlightening.
Now for this week's Library Looks.
My name is Darian, and I'm here to show you this book. This is Rhythm and Muse, and it is about our main character, Darren, who makes music, and the girl he likes named Dilly. She has her own talk show that she made whenever she moved to this new school, and she actually started to use some of his music for her talk show. So this book is about their growing relationship after she discovers his music, and him trying to build up the courage to confess to her. So if you like romance books and, those really good interpersonal relationship stories, this is a good one for you.
That's all we have for this week. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Big Blue!